Good afternoon. My name is Christy Bettis, and I am honored to have Miss Kimberly McKinley, one of my coworkers from Sophia P. Kingston Elementary here in Selma, Alabama, with me this afternoon. The book that we reviewed was Your Place in the Universe, and this book was written by Jason Chen. He's the author as well as the illustrator for this book. This book is published by Holiday House, which is Neil Porter Books. The audience that it's capable of reaches is 4 through 8-year-olds, which targets pre-K through 3rd grade. I would even take this up to a 5th grade scholar to even interact with. Again, this is Jason Chen. He's one that writes books about basically what's the word I want to use? He implements excitement as well as real life situations. So the kids are not just boring and bored out of their mind from just a basic book. So that is mostly all his books. But also, this book starts off as these kids are 8 years old. That is basically how it begins. McKinley, do you want to say anything about the beginning of the book, how it started off, or?
I really enjoyed the first, the way he introduced those kids at first, because especially when they're in the classroom, the center point, the focus is always on the students. But for them to realize that they are part of this bigger unveiling of the universe, I think it was very great that he centered it strategically around, okay, I'm starting with these kids, and from there, I'm going to expand until I take them without, to places where they have never been. And I really thought that was nice.
And I agree how he went from, these are 8-year-old kids, then he stacked up books.
Mm-hmm.
This actual book, he stacked up, and he made them say, hey, 5 of these books is taller than one 8-year-old. Then he went on and said, okay, an ostrich, the biggest bird in the world. It takes 2 8-year-olds standing on top of each other to almost make it to the height of that ostrich. And I just like how he just went on and on and on and on, just to embed all these different types of things capable of the kids being able to identify them, looking at themselves. I see math in this, I see science, so this can be, used across the whole subject matters. So, I mean, I truly enjoyed this, and I think the kids will enjoy it as well. He talked about the length of the from the distance from the sun to the earth, and he went all in the galaxies. What else, Miss McKinley? I don't want to just
he went my favorite thing about the galaxy, because and my thing this year, like for the is actually the solar system. I'm very big about the solar system because it is a passion of mine as well. So when he went outside of that and he started, like you said, it can tie in across the curriculum when you brought in the math, because on one, he talked about how it would take so many years for a jet plane going 500 miles per hour to get from one side to the other. And I found myself actually for a minute just thinking, like, now how would that really work? And like you said, it ties into so many things across the curriculum. And when you brought up just then about how you would take it up to a 5th grade, so I really would introduce it between kindergarten and K through 5th grade, because it makes you ask so many questions. Well, like, if they can do this, if I'm just a kid now, it makes you dream so big and see so many other things that they have never thought about. Because it's just so much like, okay, I do want to go see this. I do want to see this. Well, I wonder, can I find this information? It's like it's almost like finding a treasure chest in my mind, and then going and saying, okay, when I open this treasure chest, you gave me just a taste of this. Now I'm going to open it and go further and see what else I can find. So I did enjoy that part.
And I totally agree with everything that you just said. I really feel like this book will open up the kids' imagination to a whole nother universe, and where they can see their place in the universe, and to say, okay, oh, that's a galaxy, and what was that one thing that we talked about that I'm like, I never thought about it. You know, just different things just in our universe that we as grown people sometimes have to go back and think, was I taught that in school? I mean, it will open up our babies' minds to, I mean, go over and beyond, and it's still tied into the subject matter. We're not getting away from the standards. We're not getting away from anything. This is actually a great book to embed, you know, that science part into our babies' standards, pulling all that out. So, is there anything else that you would like to say about this amazing book? And it was a Caldecott honorary book, also a Silbert honorary book. So, you know, I even think it should have won some type of award.
It's definitely deserving of the awards that it has received, because just like you said, it ties in with so many subjects, not only reading, not only science, but I think this is something like if the, you know, given the opportunity, I would, when I'm getting ready to teach measurement and data, this is something I can refer back to, because we can take that and be like, okay, how far is it? How far is it? Is it how many miles? How many kilometers? How many inches? It's so many ways you can just incorporate that book.
Yes. So I want to say again, Your Place in the Universe is an awesome book, and I recommend every library to get this book and place it in your collection. It is well worth it. I'm so excited. I even want to look at other books that I've read about as well that he's written and add it to our collection. Thank you again, Miss McKinley, for joining me this afternoon. And that is it. You all have a great day.